Recording. All right, there we go. All right, guys. Well, welcome to our monthly team meeting for May. I'm excited to see you guys are all on here with us. For those of you guys that aren't on here, please make sure you plan to join us in the month of June, but we'll have a date posted here in a couple minutes. So you can make sure that you can pencil that in now so that it's, fresh on your calendar. As you guys know, me and Nikki have recently combined forces. We've always combined forces, but we really kind of made the commitment to do a lot of things together, and one of them being our meetings. I've normally always ran the show and always ran the trainings, and, you guys have helped me along. But I think that the best way for Nikki to know how to step into leadership is to really throw herself into it face first. And part of doing that is really helping to not only put together the materials for training, but to also participate in, teaching and training you guys. So I will tell you that it's an invaluable thing for me that I always learn so much every month when I put trainings together, because I have to educate myself first before I can teach it, right? So for me, that's always really fun. All right, so let me get this screen up real quick. Share our screen. Let me slide you guys to the side. All righty. Can everybody see my screen okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. And if you guys see somebody on there that I haven't acknowledged, please let me know if somebody pops on, because I don't want anybody to not be welcomed. Okay? All right. So we're going to kick things off with a fun little icebreaker, because we do have some new consultants on with us also. And I think it's really important for us to get to know each other a little bit. And I thought, how much fun would it be to do 2 truths and a lie? So I will kind of tell you how this is going to work. So I'm going to tell you 2 truths about myself and then a lie. You won't know which one's the lie and which ones are the truth. Okay? But your job is to guess which one the lie is of my 3 things that I give you. So, all right, let's see. So I have been with my husband for 22 years. We have 4 beautiful children, and I am afraid of billy goats. So which ones are truth and which ones are lies? Or which one is a lie?
I know.
You know? All right, so if you know it, say it.
I'll let somebody else do it.
Okay. Any guesses? Which one is my lie? So I've been with my husband 22 years. We have 4 beautiful children, and I'm afraid of billy goats.
Afraid of billy goats
Is my lie?
is your lie.
Okay, who said that?
Michelle, I just joined.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi!
Oh my gosh, it's forever. Way too.
Well, almost the end of the school year, so.
I know. All right, who else has got a guess before I give it away?
I say that 22.
You think the 22 is wrong?
I say 22. Remember, but I think it's wrong.
I think that one's wrong, too.
22.
Okay. So, yeah, that is my lie. We've actually been together 23 years.
23.
We do have 4 kids, and I am absolutely deathly afraid of billy goats. I can't stand it. So, I know, ridiculous. All right, so who wants to go next? All right, I'm just going to pick people. Laura, tell us 2 truths and 1 lie about yourself.
Am I frozen?
Where are you at? Nope. I hear you. I just can't see you. Where are you at? Talk.
Hello?
Laura Blackman.
Hello?
I hear you.
Okay.
The chef team meeting thing.
I have 5 kids. I
Something, or you
have been
just
selling Pampered Chef for 5 years. And in 5 years, I'll be
Well,
able to
it
comfortably
just started if
retire.
you're going to call me back in an hour.
Hello?
Okay, so she said she has 5 kids. What was the second part?
I've been doing Pampered Chef for 5 years.
Okay.
And I'll be able to comfortably retire with my husband, of course, and in 5 years.
5, 5, and 5. Ooh.
I
Interesting.
think the lie is she has 5 kids.
I know which one it is, so I'm not giving it away.
I don't know. You use the word comfortably retired. Who's ever really comfortably retired? We can always use a little bit more money. I'm going to go with that one.
Okay, so retirement. Anybody else got a
Although
guess?
you could be retiring in 5 years. I'm just, you added the word comfortably.
Any other guesses?
I say 5 kids.
All right, give us the truth and the lie, Laura.
I have 5 kids. I've been doing Pampered Chef for 5 years, and we're not going to be comfortably retired in 5 years.
Love it. Love, love, love it. Okay, let's do a newer consultant. Let's see. How about Kristen? I pick on Kristen.
Great. My little one wanted to hear me what I had to say. I have 2 children. I am a labor and delivery nurse, and I love snakes.
You love what? Snakes?
Snakes, yeah.
I'll let everybody else guess because I think I know it.
Okay, well, I'm going to go with I love snakes only because I'm petrified of them.
That's what I was going to go with.
No.
She has 2 kids. She's a labor and delivery nurse, and then she loves snakes.
I'm going to go with snakes, too.
Yeah, I hate snakes.
Ugh.
They're gross.
I'm so with you. Does anybody like snakes? Any of you guys?
I had a pet snake
Oh,
when I was little.
Ugh.
I don't love them, though. I don't love them.
My skin is like crawling just thinking about it. Okay. Let's see if we can get 1 or 2 more in here before we move on. Tina, which is brand new to us. You guys welcome Tina. She actually just joined our team a couple days ago. So we'll get her in on this. So Tina, tell us 2 truths and 1 lie about yourself.
I am 32 years old. I have 3 kids, and I love dogs.
Love dogs. 32. You said 3 kids?
Yep.
And you love dogs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with the 3 kids, but let's see. Who else wants to guess?
I'm going to go with 32. You look younger.
I look younger.
You look younger.
I love you.
I'm 34, and you definitely look younger than me. I'm going to go with 32.
She has good skin. Tina has
Okay.
good skin. It's all in the skin, girls.
It is.
All right, who else has a guess?
I say 32.
Okay, any other guesses?
2 kids. 3 kids.
3 kids. Okay. All right, Tina, tell us the truth.
The lie is I'm 32. I'm actually 42.
Oh my gosh, see, I even thought you were younger than 30.
Yeah. That's why I love you.
And I actually met her daughter, so I knew that it wasn't that the age. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. All right, let's see. Who else? 1 more volunteer. And then we're going to move on.
I'll go.
Okay, go for it,
All right.
Michelle.
I have 2 kids. I've been teaching 9 years, and I have 12 chickens.
I know the answer to this one.
Say that again.
I have 2 kids. I've been teaching 9 years, and I have 12 chickens. I know you're a teacher. I know you have 2 kids, and I know you have chickens, but I don't know which one's a lie. See, and everybody who's been on my Facebook probably knows this. It's the numbers.
It sure is.
I'll say that teaching for 7 or 9 years is a lie.
Okay. Any other guesses?
I'd say 12 kids.
12 chickens?
I'll say 12 chickens.
All right, one more guess. Anybody else? All right, give us the info, Michelle. Michelle?
Where'd she go?
I don't know. She didn't want to tell us the lie. Michelle, where did you go? All right, we'll have to come back to her when she pops back on. Who knows? Where in the heck? We lost her. She got so afraid she ran away. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, when you guys see her pop up, just let me know. Okay. So we're going to move on. Oh, did I do that really? Oh my goodness gracious. My brain. I think my brain got fried in California and then refried today. It's like refried beans. Okay. All right, so back to our slide. All right, so last month, so you guys just heard that we welcomed a new consultant this month, but let's go back to last month because we had the pleasure of helping to welcome 2 more new team members, one of which is Autumn Miley, and she's not on with us tonight, but she was welcomed by Sarah Jarrett Eaton. I have to get used to saying the double name now, Sarah. I'm so confused. When I went to type it, I was like, oh, wait a minute. So congratulations, Sarah, on welcoming your first team member. That's so exciting. Are you excited about it?
Yeah, I'm getting there. It was
Michelle's back.
Okay, we'll come back to Michelle in a sec. So yeah, we're super excited. We had our first training call with our new consultant, and her new consultant is extremely excited. So, you know, that's what it's all about. We're all
I'm sorry. So my phone died.
Oh, goodness gracious. All right, so what was your lie? Which one was your lie?
The 12 chickens.
12 chickens.
I have 15. I have 3 in my classroom and 12 at home total.
She's a chicken lady. Don't you love it?
I am. Now, they're going to be given away here soon, but yes, I have them all right now, which is crazy.
And yes,
they're in my garage.
She has 2 beautiful children. And yes, she has taught our amazing children in public education for 9 years. So.
Yeah, this is my 9th. I just finished my 9th.
I don't know how you do it. Anyway. All right. So our other new consultant was welcomed by Tiffany Staver, which is Beth McCauley. Beth lives down in Thurmont area, in Frederick, Maryland. And she has done amazing so far, and we're hoping for the same results with Autumn. Beth actually just qualified in her first 30 days, so she's getting ready to get her new consultant bonus and her 100 Pampered Chef dollars. So congratulations to Beth, and congratulations to Tiffany Staver for welcoming, I can't even talk, her first new consultant also, and promoting to a senior consultant. Yay! So proud of you guys. So Sarah will also be promoting as soon as her first consultant submits $150 in sales. We'll have another promotion, which is exciting. All right, so team updates. Me and Nikki are going to kind of walk through these team updates together. Nikki, kick us off, girlfriend.
All right. So our next monthly meeting will be June the 11th. Wednesday, we're doing a booking blitz. Well, I'll be hosting it. And that'll be at 8 p.m. Host coaching training with Becky will be May the 30th at 8 p.m. Mark your calendar for our team picnic, which will be July 14th at 4 p.m. And exciting, August 1st through the 5th is National Conference, and we would love to have more of y'all attend with us. So please let Becky or myself know ASAP if you plan on attending. So that's it. Back to Becky.
So I just want to kind of touch on the booking blitz, you guys. If your calendars are not where they need to be, make sure, everything that we have decided training-wise is also created in a Facebook event within our WOLFPACK Go-Getter group, okay, the Davis Go-Getter group. So you can always go on there and double check the events and see what we have lined up, coming up, because we're going to try to keep posting events in there just so it helps you guys with marking things on your calendar, so you can kind of plan for things in advance. And then just make sure to let us know by clicking going that you plan on attending it. The team picnic is something new I'm really excited about. It's not going to be work, okay? It's going to be nothing but fun. It's going to be you guys bringing your families over to my house, us gathering in the backyard, sharing some fun together, sharing some food together. And I hope to have a couple of activities set up for the kids to do too. Because again, I am a mom, I have 4 kids. So it's just a fun way for us to do something fun together more than just something business, okay? So it'll start at 4 o'clock. Even if you can't be there right at 4 o'clock, no big deal. You come when you can come, okay? We'll have the fire pit going when it gets dark, and just really a fun, casual evening of, food and just being, celebrating us being together. All right, so recognition. So the WOLFPACK, like we said earlier, recruited 2 new team members. Our team sales, we did $14,521.39. Which was up 1.9% from the year before, which was exciting because let me tell you guys, I was super duper scared about our sales last month. And then we got to 4 days before the end of the month. It was nothing but WOLFPACK team rally. That's all I can say. And I think Nikki had the same experience with her team where we really kind of pulled things together last minute. So Nikki, you talk about your sales.
Yeah, last month was a nail biter, but we pulled it off. Didn't get any recruits, but we're working on that. Getting recruits, but yeah, agree with Becky. Last month was tight, but we pulled it off. So excited.
It happens. It definitely happens. Nothing like a little hustle to get you moving, right? So if you guys have background noise, if you could just do me a favor, I keep hearing like a buzzing noise. If you can just put mute on your screens for me, if you have any background noise. Oh, I still hear it. It's like some kind of buzzing that keeps happening. Super weird.
It sounds like a lawnmower.
I don't know what it was. It was like.
I was outside. I thought it was me, but I'm inside now, so I'm not sure.
It's good now, so we're good. Okay. All right, so home office updates, which there are a ton, and really this is where the bulk of this meeting tonight's going to be because home office is really, really trying to support us more and more in the field with different things that they're doing, both on a technology standpoint, as you guys have seen and experienced over the last couple months, the virtual party packs and the virtual training, and now we have recruiting training and all kinds of stuff going. So we thought we would walk through some of those major changes. So something brand new is something called the monthly focus that they're going to be putting out. What's in it is basically it's going to be a one-stop shop for what to focus on each month. And it's also going to connect you to all the resources that you'll need to find yourself having success with it. So it'll be like seasonally focused tips to help you book shows, tips to help you sell and tips to help you recruit. I don't know if you guys have kind of seen some of the tips that they're putting out there, but they're having more and more of the field leaders and field directors making videos to share amongst the consultants because really we're the ones that are working in the field and really, we get to experience the products firsthand to know how to sell them. So they've been trying to really focused on getting the field more involved and leading some of those booking tips and selling tips and stuff. So there will be links to videos, links to promotions, links for seasonal party inspirations, and other essential resources that support your monthly focus. You'll be able to find it if you go back to the May 1st stir. That would have been in your email. So for those of you guys that are new consultants, every week we get a newsletter from our home office. It's on Tuesdays, I believe, if I'm right, if my brain's not too fried tonight. It's got all of the updates for the week, anything, any changes that are occurring, any products that are, limited in supply, anything that you really need to know is going to be in what's called the stir. And so you can go back to May 1st stir. It included additional details and a link to the actual monthly focus if you want to check it out. So it's going to support you with providing inspiration, ideas, and the words to say for you to book, sell, and recruit now. Help you focus on what's most important this month to effectively build and grow your business. And it also reduces your need to look at multiple pages to find what you need. Have you guys ever found yourself clicking around here, there, and everywhere looking for everything? So the monthly focus is really going to put everything as more of a one-stop shop, okay, for you guys as far as booking, selling, and recruiting. All right, Miss Nikki.
All right. So what is new? Wait a minute. I'm sorry. The Fabs. This is the training for our cookware, which is amazing. So if you have not, you can go on and print out the materials, and it tells you all about the cookware, what it's made out of. It gives you even wording to sell it at your cooking shows or virtual parties. And wait a minute, I'm sorry. It also provides recipes and party packs. So if you have not got on it yet or printed out, I would truly recommend because it is good training.
So the Fabs they came out with, like Nikki was saying, for the cookware, but they also just came out with some new ones too for new summer products. So the products that are getting released June 1st, which are the breakfast sandwich maker and then the breakfast bars for the breakfast bars. So when we're talking Fabs, that's your features, your advantages, and your benefits. And then you say this, okay? Because you guys know, those of you guys that have been with me for a while, your features... Sorry, we had an ice cube incident. Oh, God love it. Your features of a product tell, okay, but your benefits of a product sell. So the more that you can get comfortable with both the cookware and both, your summer products that are coming out and be able to talk about the actual advantages and benefits of them versus just the features only, the more you're going to sell those products. So like she said, if you have not watched the cookware training, I absolutely recommend that you do that. It was led by two of our top consultants in the company, Stacy Itzel and Becky Ishii. And I'll tell you what, I watched the video. I hadn't watched it. And about a month ago, I watched it because at first I was kind of concerned with the cookware until I watched that video of it. And it really made me feel comfortable with actually being able to speak about the cookware, really speak about all the benefits of the cookware. And they also give you some strategies of words to say that really kind of resonate with people. Okay, so definitely make sure to check that out. In case you didn't know, we do have some new summer sets that are available. I'm not talking about the products that are coming out June 1st. We're actually talking about the summer salad set, the pizza grilling set, and there's also a dorm cooking essential set. They're available now, and you guys will see that there's a huge savings on all three of these sets. So your summer salad set is $16.50 off. Your pizza grilling set is $14.50 off. And then the dorm set is $7 off. So this one right here, the bottom one, the dorm one, of course, for me, I have a kid that's going to be going to college now in the fall too. I have one in college, one going to college, but he's actually going to be living in the dorm. So if you know, and this is going to be the time of the year, graduation's right around the corner. people are going to be talking more and more about, you know, their sons, their daughters getting ready to go off to college in the fall. This is definitely a great way to approach them with, hey, have you, you know, thought about, you know, those items that your son's going to need or daughter's going to need for college this fall? You know, let me show you this set of products and help you save some money on it. So like I said, they're available to sell now. There is a flyer available for you to also print. So if you have cooking shows, if you have virtual parties, make sure to put those in the host packet so that your host can, you know, show those off with anybody that's not going to be able to make it to the party. And of course, you know, for a virtual party, you want to always have, you know, things like that in there to, you know, help with that additional sales. So how do they support you? They are great news to share with guests and take the guesswork out of creating the perfect set, resulting in more sales for you. And it gives you fantastic options for hosts to get their favorite products too, while only use one of their 50% off items. So yeah, the 50% off item is available on these sets. So, I mean, think about it. If you can get that summer salad set that's normally, you know, what, I can't do the math, like $120 almost, already discounted $16.50 off, and then an additional 50% off, you're saving them a lot of money. All right, Nikki. This one excites me. Is she still there? Nikki?
Sorry, I muted myself.
Oh.
This one excites me because I got my new summer products yesterday, so I'm going to make me some granola bars. But with our new summer products, which is really the sandwich maker, it's ceramic. You can do, make your own breakfast sandwich. And then the snack bar maker, you can do multiple things with it, from granola bars to yogurt bars to puppy treats, you name it, you can do it. So some of the consultants that already had it have done some videos, like Michael Yoakley, where he did a breakfast tortilla maker. So you could do much with it. So for those, these will be available as of June the 1st. So one idea what you can do is you can start doing pre-orders. If you have the products, start showcasing them in your VIP group, or your page, however you do it. But this is going to be a good change, or not good change, but it's going to be a good product that's going to really sell.
Absolutely. I totally 150% agree with you. And in case you guys did not see, I posted yesterday that they will, if you did not earn them in the month of April, they will be available on Monday for you guys to order through supplies. So make sure to check that out if that's something within your budget. They're definitely going to be items where you can do that pre-sale, like Nikki was saying, and grab some sales, be able to be green within the first couple days of June. Because I'm telling you, the ceramic egg cooker, when it first came out, which is kind of like the big sister to this one, we sold the heck out of it because we did the pre-sale with it. And it went on back order because we sold so many that they did not expect us to sell by doing pre-orders, that it was on back order for about 2 weeks once it was first launched. So I know we can have just as much success with this one as what we had with the ceramic egg cooker, but it's really about getting it in your hands and using it. And if you don't have it, the videos are all posted on YouTube. So just go to YouTube and up in the search bar, do breakfast sandwich maker, and you'll be able to find different YouTube videos from like Claudia Bazaar, Michael Yoakley, Sharon Zellin. There's a bunch of them that had them in their hands, which I was totally jealous that it wasn't me. But anyway. All right, so new party pack in the house. I love it. If you guys have not checked this out, you need to do it, okay? Just do it. So a lot of you guys are doing virtual parties, and it's super exciting because we're having a lot of great success with virtual parties. But they just came out with a best summer ever party pack. And so there's lots of great different featured recipes in there that, you know, we really haven't kind of focused on as a company. And I was super excited when I was looking through it. So make sure to take a look at it, okay? So to find it, you're going to be able to find it in 2 places. It'll be available, a link will, through the monthly focus, which we talked about earlier, and then it's also in marketing imagery. So when you get to marketing imagery, the party packs are right there. And then, of course, you know, to be able to have access to virtual party packs, you need to have completed the virtual party experience training. But I plan on here soon probably doing a summer virtual party outline, so be on the lookout for that one here soon too. All right, Miss Nick.
All right, coming soon. And they were talking about this on our director's call. So it should be launching, I want to say the next week or so. Wait a minute, I'm sorry.
It was supposed to have launched the other day. I took the date off. It was supposed to have launched on the 14th.
Okay.
But there were some glitches.
Okay, so I was right. So with this, it's a new mobile-friendly landing page for in-person and virtual parties, which Tiffany helped train me on it. So if you haven't downloaded the PC app on your phone, it is amazing, and you can do a lot on the app.
Are you muted? Are you done?
I don't know why it keep muting on its own. I'm sorry. All right. So I don't know how much y'all heard. I was saying it's a new mobile-friendly app. If you have not downloaded the PC app to your phone, it is very quick because you can do your business from anywhere. And they do have training on Consultant Corner for it. I'm going to put Tiffany on the spot. Tiffany is really good with it because she does 100% virtual. So she actually helped me to navigate through the app. So how does this support you? It helps you increase the number of guests attending your parties to boost your sales for the best summer ever. And research shows that more information about the show can turn a maybe into a yes. It also creates an improved guest experience. So that's it.
Yeah, I'm super excited about this one. It's definitely going to change some of the way that we do our parties and how we receive our RSVPs for them. So. All right, back to recruiting, and recruiting is super important, okay? I'll tell you guys this way. I've been doing this for 7 years in July, and whenever you have a problem in your business, recruiting fixes everything, okay? Whether it's you guys wanting more income, recruiting will fix it, right? If you growing a team, recruiting fixes it. If you have grown a team and your team is starting to disappear, recruiting fixes it. Recruiting fixes everything you need in a direct sale business. So they just released a new section on Consultants Corner with tons and tons of new recruiting materials, new recruiting videos. And so it really kind of puts things in perspective because there's also really a lot of good videos that they've added, you know, with different consultant testimonials that can kind of touch all of those different kinds of potential consultants, you know, the mom that's the military wife, you know, the ones that have the busy work schedule, the ones that, you know, just, we always have reasons sometimes why we don't do this kind of business. And so they've put together a wide variety of different videos that you can kind of help, you know, kind of squash some of the doubt within people. So how can you learn more? A link to the video collection will be added to the recruiting experience page on Consultants Corner, which is actually already there. So you guys can find that there already now. And it's definitely going to support you with, recruiting in a virtual setting, both in a virtual party, in your VIP group. And then don't forget, we have our WOLFPAck opportunity group. Okay. And so if you're not familiar with that, that's a safe place for you guys to put potential new consultants. Okay. When you have somebody that you're working with, you just ask them, hey, do you mind if I put you in our Taste the Good Life team group? Okay. My director only posts in there 1 to 2 times a month. She always updates it with the current specials, and it's just a place for you to be able to get information and ask questions too. So don't forget, if you have somebody that you're talking about with the business, to add them into that. So we have a Meet Pampered Chef webinar on May 22nd, which is my husband's 40th birthday, by the way, just saying. So that's on Tuesday. And in case you don't know what this is something that Pampered Chef did for a long time. Basically, really helping us to get people off the fence. That's what we call it when somebody's really thinking about it. They're just not sure. We call them fence sitters. And so Pampered Chef used to do this when I was a brand new consultant. I actually helped to lead one of them a couple different times. That it just is a place where they do a short consultant testimonial. They take a couple questions, and then, it helps to resolve a lot of issues that sometimes people are having. When they only speak to us, sometimes all they need to do is hear it from another consultant to really get off the fence and decide to take the plunge, right? Sometimes it's just that extra person that chimes in, and it just reassures them. And so, Tiffany, I'm going to put you on the spot. Is she still on?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm here.
So, Tiffany, tell everybody what you've been doing this week, because, hold on. Well, before you do that, I'm going to tell you guys that Tiffany's been with me for a year. And Tiffany has always been I'm not going to recruit, okay, until she got her first recruit, Beth. And, Beth and Tiffany have just been a great duo together. And I think that Tiffany is finally inspired that she wants to grow her own team. And so I can tell you guys that it makes me laugh that she's the one yesterday. She's like, I have 3 people that are doing this webinar, And so, Tiffany, walk everybody through what you've been doing to get people to go onto this webinar with you.
Okay, so I got this email, and it said something about perks. So, of course, it perked my interest, and I clicked on it, and it's talked about the webinar. And I scrolled all the way down to the bottom, and it had information on the PC University. And then underneath it, it said about registering for the webinar. So I clicked on that, and it popped up a screen, and it gave a brief description of what the webinar was gonna entail, and like questions that a potential might have, just a place that they could go get answers instead of getting it from the person that's trying to recruit them. So I had a couple potentials. So what I did was I did a screenshot of the webinar, the date, the time, of course, Central or Eastern time, which is from 9 to 10, and also copied the description underneath it. And I sent this to a couple of the which were hosts. And they said a couple of them had questions, and I asked them if I could register them for it. I also called home office to see if the time slot wasn't going to be suitable for potentials, if they were going to have a playback for this. And they said that there is going to be a playback, and it's going to be in the link to the email once they register. So I took that information and also passed it on to my potentials and said, if it doesn't fit your schedule, there's going to be a link that you could watch it on your own time.
I think we lost
so
it. Did we lose?
You did? Did you lose me?
No, you're good. I hear you now. No, you're
Okay,
good.
sorry. So I asked them if I could register them for this. That way, I knew that they were actually registered. So I already had their name and their email because they were past hosts. So that way I knew that they're registered for this. Whether they watch it or not, I'll still send them a message after the 22nd and see what they thought, if they had any more questions, and I'm just going to go from there.
Absolutely. And it excites me. It excites me that you're the one that, came up with this idea because, I know for me, yeah, I recruit. It's something that I do, but for you guys, to actually, to start to have interest in recruiting, I want you guys to always remember that recruiting is not just about us, right? We're giving people the opportunity and the chance to make the income that they need, okay? And for someone, that income is always going to be different. Some of us just need a little bit of income. Some of us need a lot of income. And so I've always believed that it's really not our place to decide whether somebody is worthy of Pampered Chef or not. Everybody's worthy. And so for me, it's just become a natural expectation that I always have this conversation with every single host that I'm having a party with, because they are your number one recruit lead. And so it's a natural fit for when Pampered Chef does this kind of thing, for us to invite our hosts, since they're our number one recruit lead, to join into something like this, because it takes the pressure off of you having to know everything that there is about somebody joining your team. Who better to answer the questions than the people that are helping us to run this company, right? So just be intentional about your recruiting efforts, okay? Offer your prospects the best summer ever by offering them the business. Really, you could make someone have the best summer ever. Share the new videos and your story, okay? People want to know why you sell Pampered Chef. People want to know why they should spend money with you. People care. People do care about us and care about our successes. Invite your prospects to the webinar on May 22nd and remind them to register, or be proactive like Tiffany and ask them if you can register them for them, right? Because then you know that it's done. And the great thing is, once they're registered for the webinar, Pampered Chef will send a reminder for them to attend the webinar, okay? There will be a playback for them to watch if they can't, if 9 o'clock is too late for them. And then it's just a matter of following back up with people after the webinar. If they, say, hey, I didn't get a chance to watch it, then you can, at that point, send them the link for them to rewatch the webinar, right? And then follow back up with them. Schedule a time for them for you to follow back up. Grow your team to have your best summer ever. All right, so experience training. So the last couple of months, we've been really focused on the experience of both our in-person and our virtual shows. And so part of that was taking some experience training on Pampered Chef when they started rolling out the new party packs that are available for virtual parties. So we're going to focus on our in-person promise number 5. And this one's going to be in person, which Nikki's going to do, or no, was I going to do it, Nikki? You were going to do virtual. I was going to do in person. Sorry, my brain hurts. I told you, too much sun. So tip number 5 for in-person promises was, I promised to solve problems. So what I love about this is where I feel like at my shows, some of you guys have been to my cooking shows. I feel like this is my strength, okay, of actually helping people to resolve their issues, both with giving them time-saving tips, giving them money-saving tips, giving them recipes that they'll actually make, okay, because there's definitely a difference between offering them a recipe that they'll never make and something that they will definitely make. So, but it all starts with the host and your host coaching, right? So really, number 1, you need to find out your host's cooking problems. Like, what are the things that she's trying to solve by having a party? Okay. When you know what kind of problems that she has in her kitchen, then you know how to help guide her into having a nice wish list that's going to help her solve all those problems. You know, if you have somebody that, I don't know, doesn't ever microwave, why would you, you know, push them towards a microwave pot, right? So you really need to know what kind of cook that they are, what kind of problems they have, and then help them to create that wish list. When they have the wish list created, that helps them create desire, and it's going to make them work that much harder for you when you actually do their show. Your guests want and need your help, plain and simple. Otherwise, they really wouldn't be at the party. Yeah, they're there to support their friend. Yeah, they're there to, you know, contribute by placing an order. But they really want content, okay? And this is both, I mean, we're going to talk virtual in a second, but this is both in a virtual setting and in a cooking show setting. They want tips. They want to walk away feeling like they've learned something. You know, Tina, you were just at a show with me last weekend. Did you learn anything?
I did. I learned a lot, actually.
Okay.
About like the pots and stuff like that.
Right. And so do you feel like your 2 hours that you were there was worth your time?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay. And that's what you want people to take away, right? You know, sometimes our shows get a little bit stale. Sometimes we need to add the fun to them. But really, sometimes we just need to add the actual aspects of helping people solve problems. Because, you know, if I'm going to buy a tool and spend $40 or $50 or $100, I want to make sure I'm getting a tool, number one, that's going to help me solve a problem in my kitchen. Number two, something that I actually need and not just want. So offer tips that solve problems in the kitchen. If you don't know a lot of kitchen tips, okay, number one, you need to watch the cooking channel, right? Food Network. You learn a lot on Food Network. I'm just saying. I could probably give Rachel Ray or Bobby Flay a run for their money by this point. Number two, Pinterest. Okay, Pinterest is full of kitchen tips, kitchen hacks, ways to save money, meal planning ideas. Those are the kinds of things that people want. That's the kind of content people want. So Pinterest. Number three, Google. Like, hello, Google. Google, you're my best friend. Best friend Google. I mean, the amount of stuff that we can find that's at our fingertips every day blows my mind, okay? But the most important thing is that you have to search it out, right? It's not just going to drop in your lap. But you definitely want to offer tips that are going to help people solve problems in their kitchen. Your story gives people hope, okay? When I think about my story, where I started, where I'm at now, you know, it still gives me goosebumps to think about where I was and where I am now with Pampered Chef, to the point where, you know, I know that my story is still valuable when I tell my full story at a crowd of people. You know, what night was it? Last night. And I have 3 people that are bawling their eyes out by the time I'm done. You know, you have to figure out what's driving you, what's motivating you. You need to be able to pull at people's heartstrings a little bit sometimes. Some of us have those stories. Some of us don't have those stories. But I'll tell you, what people want to know is why you do this business or why you decided to join this business. Because your story, whether it's, you know, maybe your business hasn't been stellar. Maybe it's just starting to become stellar, right? Maybe you've only earned $30 every couple months with Pampered Chef so far. I'll tell you what, $30 can give somebody hope. $30 to some people is a lot of money. $30 to some people is them putting gas in their tank to get to the actual job that pays the bills. So no matter how big or small you've went with your business so far, I promise when you share your story, it will give somebody hope. Nikki's going to talk about it virtually.
All right, so virtual parties, and this again, I'll say Tiff because that's her strength, and she gave me some pointers that really have taken my virtual parties, considering the past 2 months, that's where I've been doing more virtual parties, but updating your outlines. You make your virtual parties just as fun as if you were doing a cooking party. So for those that do virtual parties, if you are comfortable, go live. So now I do a live video where I go live and introduce myself. I go live once or twice throughout the week of the party and do showing the new cookware or giving tips, different things. So I run my virtual parties the same as if I run my cooking shows in their house. Share what truly excites you. Offer a peek into your Pampered Chef life. So everything what Becky said about sharing your story, knowing your why. Today, prime example, I have a virtual party going on. I shared how, you know, I started this business 2.5 years ago. And it wasn't so much for the money, it was to get out my comfort zone. And when I tell people that, they like, well, Nikki, you like to talk, you meet people, but my comfort zone was, my husband was and still is the breadwinner, but I wanted to be able to bring money to the house because we now, as of August, will have 2 kids in college. So I can say the past year from my Pampered Chef money, I was able to, every time my daughter called, she needed something, she pledged to a sorority. We was able to pay that with no going into our savings. So just share your story, share how Pampered Chef has blessed you. So I actually have a potential, because I shared my story today in the party. And this lady, she actually has raising her grandkids and she's looking for extra money. So you'd be surprised, even just sharing, and you don't make it about yourself, you make it about them. So like Becky said, you ask them about any kitchen challenges or any things that they have. And actually, when you do that, it's going to help your business, because even like I said earlier about last month being a tight month, I had 6 virtual parties, 4 flop and 2 hosts went MIA. But because of how I treat my hosts, I was still able to come up with my personal sales to reach our goal for our team sales. So you want to form those relationships, and you can do them through virtual parties, but you treat them just like, as they say, customer service goes a long way. And you just be nice to them. Try new things and keep what works. So if you're doing something, I was sharing with Becky earlier about how, you know, you may be doing something in your parties that I ask for feedback. So I'll tell them, no matter if you tell me, give me a good review or bad, it's not going to hurt my feelings. It's going to make me better. So when you ask that, you can change things up. You see what's working for you and what's not, and you go from there.
Awesome. All right, so we're going to look ahead to June real quick. All right, so for June, our host specials, in case you did not know, it is double host rewards month, okay? So I will tell you that, let me move here for a second. I don't know if you guys have noticed this or not so far with our specials for the year, but with being in it for 7 years, they have definitely changed this year the way that they've been doing our host specials. And I'll tell you, for those of you guys that have been with us this year, you probably already noticed it. So we had our double in June. Then we have had our 60% off a couple different times already this year. So we have double coming up in June. We have 60% off coming up in July again. They normally only do these specials 2 times a year each, okay? And actually the 60% off of your choice of an item was always normally in December. So it was only 1 time a year. Double was twice, and the 60 was only once in December. The reason that they're doing this, guys, is they are so committed to you guys, to getting our businesses up and running and momentum in the summer. Because if you can have a successful summer, you are guaranteed to have a successful fall. Remember, we're always planning 90 days out, right? So in business, you know, right now, we really should be looking for July and August. June should already be booked. July and August is where we should be. But if it's not, they need to make sure that they have a special that's going to help you fix the problem. And so Double Host Rewards Month is always that one special that really can help you change the momentum of your business. So what's important about this is a couple different things. Number one, it's important to know that they only get double when it's $650 in sales, right? So $650 in sales means a lot of host coaching. And that's why me and Nikki decided to do the Booking Blitz 1 week, so this Wednesday, and then following up with host coaching tips for you guys so that you can make sure those shows that you get on your calendar this week, you have plenty of time to coach them to having a $650 show. Because there's nothing like people getting excited about getting double host rewards and then them not reaching $650, okay? We want to help them reach $650. When you help them earn $230 in free products, I promise you that's going to be a customer for a lifetime. That's going to be a repeat host every 6 months if you make it. The other thing about this, though, is the Rock Rocks go on sale for 60% off. So if you've had people that have been on the fence with the Rock Rock and wanting them, now's the time to, you know, remind them that they can get the Rock Rocks for 60% off. So how I would approach this is this month, if my calendar weren't already packed for June, I would be featuring on my VIP group different recipes that I can do in the Rock Rocks, different uses for them. You know, have your customers that already own them post a little something, you know, share their experience with the Rock Rock. The more people hear it from other people, the more that they trust and believe in it, okay? And then for your guests, you'll have 60%. Oh my gosh. When they spend $75, they're going to get a free ice cream scoop. So why really do we want to have a packed June calendar? Our free-for-all starts in the month of June. They have not released details yet, okay? But free-for-all should be June and July this year. So we have a new catalog that comes out in September. So you want to make sure that your calendar is packed for June and July because you want to earn the products that will come out this fall for free. I mean, who doesn't want free products? If y'all don't want them, I'll take yours. How about that? Mm-hmm. So there should be more details to come. But like I said, so this is the perfect time to commit to Wednesday night, to jumping on with Nikki to do the Booking Blitz. Nikki, do you have any details on that? I'm going to stop the screen share for a second. I think it's really important for us to talk about this Booking Blitz for a second. Where's my button? Oh my gosh.
It is freeze.
Hey, Becky, real quick, with that Rock special for the double host, it's only on a select few.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's the casserole, the Dutch oven, the everyday, and then the XL, and then the 2 selections with the slow cooker.
Okay,
so you don't
not the grill stone or the small grill stone. Okay.
No, just so that you make that clear to your host, it's what's on the flyer.
Okay. So Nikki, walk us through how our Booking Blitz is going to work this week.
So with the Booking Blitz, I'll post on the page. We'll go through ideas. Wait a minute. I just had them. I printed them out. So with the, okay, and I'll throw this out there. I haven't spoken to Becky, and since I'm not going to say my team because we are a team. So the challenge that I'm going to throw out there is whoever book the most bookings, once you hold the parties, you will get entered into a $25 gift card, and your host will also get entered. So that means that we have to host our parties in order to get entered into the drawing. It can be your choice where you want the $25 gift card. So that is the challenge drawn out there, is what I came up with. I already started, like, first I wrote a list of people that I wanted to reach out to for the book and blitz, and then we're going to run the book and blitz from it's going to be 24 hours. Wait a minute, I'm getting feedback. I'm sorry. So it's going to be a 24-hour book and blitz where, like I said, we book as many, and we going to focus on June, July. If you spill over, because you may get a lot of bookings, and it's all dependent on how many you want to do. So I don't ever, you have to know your schedule, what you want to do. So actually, that means doing your calendar. So prior to us coming together on Wednesday, map out what dates that you are going to be working. So then that way, once you do your calls, or if you green dot, then you'll know what dates you have available for your booking. I think that's it. So I'll post on the page, like, even wording that you can send out to them, could give ideas as far as different ideas, whether how to get the bookings. And that's it.
So is this going to be done on the Facebook event, Nikki, or is it going to be on Zoom? Or
I'm sorry. It's going to be on Zoom. So we'll meet Wednesday at 8 p.m. It should be an hour, if that. But I'm gonna post all of the papers. So, like, right here, I actually have, it's a list that you can write down your name, so that way prior to Wednesday you'll have this stuff and you can write down your list, and also you can track it. So what we'll do, this will be good. Once you write it down and you track it, then you can post it to the page, and then that way Becky and I can see what you have, and then also it'll have some objections, where if how to overcome objections, so how you can secure the party. And then what Becky's been doing is, with the team, you screenshot and you send it, so that way, because maybe Becky or myself, and I know while Becky was away, a couple people inbox me their screenshot. So sometimes you may not know what to say, but then that's where Becky and myself can help you to secure the bookings once you contact the host.
Absolutely. Well, and I'll tell you guys, the screenshots, don't think, oh my God, I don't want to drive Becky or Nikki crazy with screenshots. Okay. If you're talking to someone and they throw an objection to you, don't feel like, oh my gosh, I don't want to send them another message. I've already sent them 5. I don't want to send them another one. Because I promise you, sometimes it's just a matter of words. Okay. Sometimes it's just different words that they need to hear. Sometimes, you guys already know how I feel about this. We get like diarrhea of the mouth and we say too much because we're excited, both about bookings or about a recruit lead. And sometimes we just need to take a pause. Okay. So we just need to stop what we're doing, not answer them, send the screenshot to your director, let your director help you with the words to send back. A couple of you are shaking your head. And I love this because Laura Blackman, Tiffany, and Brittany, hold on, is there anybody else on here right now that have done this with me? Heather and Chris have.
Lakin.
Is Lakin on?
Well, no, she's not on. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But
I was like, okay, yeah, Lakin. I've had a lot of people that have been doing this with me, and guess what happened? Guess who has shows? Brittany. Hey, Brittany, I know you're awake still.
I'm here.
I'm just going to pick on Brittany for a second, guys. And I'm not picking on her because I'm so stinking proud of her that, we've done this challenge with Claudia. We're actually getting ready to complete it. Brittany is one of the ones that has made it through this program with me. Now, I will tell you from the start of this program, Brittany, where was your business at?
Nothing.
Nothing. Brittany actually was getting ready to drop as a consultant, right, Brittany?
Yes.
Brittany had to get $150 in sales to get active, right, Brittany?
Right.
And Brittany, are you active this month?
I sure am.
And she has shows this month, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Brittany has done a complete 180, 360, whatever you want to call it, in a matter of 8 weeks because Brittany has trusted the process. Brittany has trusted me as a leader to help her get to where she needs to be. Look, I'm not bragging. I'm not bragging by any stretch of your imagination, but I want you guys to know this. Who better to help you than someone that does this as their full-time job? Who better to help you than someone that does 125 shows a year? Who better to help you than someone that's done over $400,000 in sales in her 7 years? I'm not bragging, but I'm just telling you guys, sometimes I feel like you guys are like, oh, well, you know, it works for her. It won't work for me. Yes, it will. If you trust what I'm telling you to do and you follow it 100%, I promise you what happened with Brittany can happen with you. Brittany, am I lying? She disappeared.
I'm here.
Am I lying or do you believe what I'm saying?
I believe you.
She's so convincing. I love it.
No, if you guys have to know me. I'm like the biggest negative person ever. And I was so frustrated with myself. I wanted to give up. And then Becky asked me to do the director bound training. And I thought, what the heck? I'll just give it a try. And I am active. I've had my whole month of May was full and my whole month of April. So that's like huge for me.
Absolutely. And I'm so proud of you for just doing it, right?
Yes.
You know, sometimes it's nice to know someone believes in you, but then when that person helps you to see that you need to believe in yourself first, each and every one of you guys have to believe in your own hearts that you can do this business first. I'm always going to believe in you, right? I'm never going to stop believing in anybody on this team until you tell me, Becky, go jump off a cliff, right? I'm always going to believe that you guys can each find success in your own personal way, right, Laura Blackman? But you have to be willing to meet me in the middle. You have to be willing to meet me, okay? Or meet Nikki in the middle. Meet one of us in the middle and let us help you. All right, so let's see. What else do we have to cover? Let me go back to my slides. Oh, my goodness. We're almost done, I promise you guys. What in the world? Why did this do that? Oh, there it goes. All right. Everybody see the screen again? Sarah, stop that yawning. All right. So time for some recognition. Let's give it up for our top 5 in sales for the WOLFPACK. Number 5 was Miss Michelle Souders with $519.25. Number 4 was Laura Williams with $550.50. Number 3 was Jody LaRue with $646.19. Number 2 was Sarah Jarrett Eaton with $1,409.07. And number 1 was Tiffany Staver with $3,334.52. So I just want to stop and tell you guys that was Tiffany's highest month ever in a year for Pampered Chef sales, done all virtually. And she's already this month almost beaten that number this month. So you go, girl, is all I can say. All right, go for it, Nick.
All right, so number 4 was Nikki, and she did 424. Number 3 was Danielle, 484.99. Number 2 was Sabrina, 1,000. $20.22. And number one was Kristen, which was $2,060.78. And I want to just congratulate Kristen because Kristen, I can't remember when she signed up, but she has been consistently every month $2,000 or more.
You go, girl.
Go, Kristen. Keep up the good work.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Kristen, you're not muted. Are you mostly virtual also?
A good bit of virtual and a couple cooking shows here and there.
Okay. So I know that me and Nikki have talked about this, and I don't know if she's already talked to you about this or not. But so I'm just going to put Kristen on the spot and say, look for a training to come soon from Tiffany and Kristen, since they are the top of our sellers from each of our teams. Me and Nikki had talked about it. How awesome would it be to two of you guys to pair up to give these guys some tips on virtual parties? So look for a date coming soon, the rest of you guys, since Kristen's like, oh my God, I'm going to kill you. But honestly, I think that sometimes it's just a small thing that we need to change, or different and fresh and new ideas that we need to really kickstart and jumpstart our businesses. And so I love that with Pampered Chef, we have the ability to learn from each other. So who better to teach us than the ones that are rocking the house? Love it. All right, so let's give a kudo to Miss Sarah, because Sarah in the month of April also had a $1,312.67 cooking show. Woo! You go, girl.
Thank you.
Super exciting. All right, who's green this month, Nikki? You're muted. I got you. Now you're unmuted.
Oh, you was muting me all the time. All right, go back.
I would never.
Tiffany Saver, Heather and Chris, Laura Williams, Sue Hart, Brittany, Beth, Kristen, and I got, Nikki and Becky. I'm like Nikki and myself.
I see. I got you all confused, didn't I? That's awesome. So congrats, guys, that you guys are already green. For our new consultants, what does green mean? Green means that you've submitted $150 in sales and that you're considered active for the month. The big challenge that we always try to put forth is to do that, to submit $150 before the 15th of the month, because then if you are green and submit sales before the 15th of the month, you get your first paycheck on the 21st, and then you can also submit more sales in the second half of the month and get a second paycheck. So, I mean, getting paid is pretty important, right? And it's nice to get 2 checks every single month. So if you get yourself in the habit of always having shows the beginning of the month and the second half of the month, you'll always have 2 checks coming in from Pampered Chef.
Becky, can I just add something to the green recipe?
Yeah.
For those that you may be part-time, and when I say part-time, you do shows here and there. I'll say to you, being active every month, because just say you decide you want to turn your business into a career. So when you're active every month, you have consistent sales, and then you'll start your career sales. So once you reach 15,000, then you will get a permanent pay raise.
Yeah, 2%.
So it's good to be active every month for those reasons, because you never know, which I'm excited. June the 7th is my last day at work, so I will be full-time Pampered Chef.
So exciting. Does that not like make you guys happy to hear somebody going from, being in the workforce and doing Pampered Chef part-time to now being able to turn her business solely into her career? For me, that just makes me so, so happy, because I know how empowering it is to be able to do that. So I'm so proud of you, Nikki. Oh my gosh.
Thank you. I'm excited.
All right, so I have a quote for you guys. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. So that goes perfectly with what Nikki just said, okay? So just keep riding. You know, when we're learning how to ride a bicycle, sometimes you fall and you get banged up, but the most important thing is to get back up on that bicycle and try again, right? And just keep trying. And it's like an airplane. You get momentum and you're going, and then you just can't believe what you've just accomplished. Right, Brittany Ark? So exciting. So who has questions? Anybody have questions for us? No questions? Oh my goodness.
Anybody have anything that they want to share?
Any sharing? Any feedback? You want to tell us we suck at this? Tell us how much you love us? I'm just teasing you guys.
I have one thing. In the virtual parties, I'm trying this now. When someone places an order, instead of just thanking them, and I'm sure like you guys do this as well, but I add a picture, and I was starting to do a picture of a different product or a product that they actually ordered, and then put on the screen, because I do mine all from my phone, put on the screen like thank you for your order. But I've come across some kitchen tips that I'm going to see how this works, and I'd say I tag the person's name, and then I say thank you for the order, and I say that I sent them a personal message, and that's where I get like most of my bookings. But then I post a picture of a kitchen tip.
Nice.
So
Everybody loves kitchen tips. Kitchen tips are always awesome. So like I said, I mean, it just adds value and content. Instead of it just being a picture, you're actually giving them something, you know, valuable. So good job, Tiff. I like that. Anybody else got any tips they want to share? Any booking ideas?
go to another direct sales party and book from that host, or have that host book from you.
So she was at a wine party earlier, and the consultant from the wine party booked a party with Tiffany without Tiffany asking. Isn't that crazy?
They had, it's a, what's it called? I don't even know what, traveling wine something or whatever. And they have an aerator, and theirs is a lot bigger, and it has a strainer and stuff like that. And I was like, I sell those as well. And I just said to her, I was like, I sell Pampered Chef. And she's like, she's like, how much is yours? So I pulled it up on the phone and showed her that it was $15. I'm not sure how much yours was. And so we were talking, showed her the picture, and she said her friend does something with virtual. I said, that's all I do is virtual parties. She's like, okay, I'll do one. I was like, okay.
Great when bookings just fall in your lap, isn't it?
I know, really.
I say this all the time. I have 4 different post offices I go to. And when you go in there to mail out your host package, I always keep catalogs or mini catalogs in my car. So I just booked another catalog party, and she actually bought cookware. So I sold my first cookware set.
Yay! That's funny because I was just at the post office 2 days ago, and there's a new lady working at the post office, and you know, my post packets on my label, it says Becky Wolfinger, the Pampered Chef, and then my address on them. And she's like, oh, you sell Pampered Chef? And I'm like, yeah, I sell Pampered Chef. She's like, oh my gosh, this is a big stack of envelopes. And I'm like, yeah, that's because this is what I do for a living. And she's like, oh, well, when will you be in next time? And I said, I'll probably be in on Monday. She said, well, can you bring me a catalog along? I haven't seen one in years. She's like, the last time I was at a party is when I did a bridal shower for my niece. She's like, oh my gosh, I got a great idea. She said, my other niece is getting ready to get married. How about we schedule a cooking or a bridal shower? Bam. You just never know, guys. You don't. Be open. Be open to your own success. That's all I can tell you. Be open to your own success. So what else? Anybody else have any questions, tips, concerns, comments, anything? The harder, the better. Michelle's all smiling. Michelle's just happy school's almost out.
Yeah.
She's ready to work that business, aren't you, girl?
You think?
All right. So I am going to stop the